afternoon, good evening. Welcome to another episode of Eve. Today, as you can see, I'm joined by my friends. So before we continue, let's introduce ourselves, starting from my far right. Yes.
Hi guys, my name is Nelias and I love Christ.
Hi guys, my name is Virginia Kimathi. I love God. I love having good conversations.
Hi guys, my name is Abigail Vanjiro. Love making new friends and I love God.
My name is Lois Mungai and I'm a lover of people.
Hi guys, my name is Charlene. I'm a believer, a storyteller, and a business apprentice.
Okay.
Na napenda kubanjo.
Okay, guys. So thank you for joining me today on this episode. You are welcome. So, what would you tell your younger self? Okay, mimi niko na vitu mingi sana. So, we'll start with V. What would you tell your younger self?
Why did we start?
Let's start.
I think basing at where I am in life right now and the journey I've had so far, I would tell my younger self not to worry too much about life, because at the end of the day, things just fall in place. I think the reason why sometimes we are too stressful is because we are too longing to get to certain points. We want things so fast and we forget that there's a process to it. We forget that you have to live one day at a time. I remember when I was younger, I used to think, oh, I need to get to 18 so that I can do sijui what. I need to get to 25, because I think even the way we had programmed our lives back then, or the conditioning that we had been used to, is that you need to get to a certain age so that you can achieve a certain thing. I remember thinking at 25, I'll be married, driving, having a good job, and here I am.
Single.
Oh, sure. Okay. She's single.
No. So I think what I have seen is that all of these things have come into accomplishment. By the way, I have accomplished most of them, and that just made me realize that it is one thing after the other. You don't just wake up one day and you have everything that you'd want to have. So to my younger self, please don't worry too much. Life will make sense one day.
Okay, that's nice. Well, so before we even continue, what kind of a younger self were you? Did you like partying? Okay. Yeah. No, I'm younger. Okay, younger than we are young. Yes, we are young. Please don't confuse. Bado hatujafika
Very
that
young.
is, we are young.
Yeah.
We are very young, but for someone listening and maybe they're in school, what kind of a younger self were you, Lois?
The younger me, I was full of fear, full of doubts. I thought that I would not make it, maybe because of the things that I have been through in life. But the far I have come, I think God has made it to be where I am right now, and I'm so grateful to God that right now I'm overcoming the fear, I'm overcoming all the doubts, and I know it will get better with time.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that's nice, and that will be an encouragement to someone watching, and you're young, you're full of fear, you doubt. First of all, God is really the way. As we sit here, we are all born again, we love God, and knowing God is very huge part of life. So yeah, Nelias, tell us, what would you tell your younger self?
Trust God's timing. And take it easy. Uko na mapressure baby, lakini it gets better with time. It does. I know you are looking for identity, sijui nini, haujui ninataka nini. But with time, all that falls into place, as V says. And find God mapema.
Yeah.
Like he's your creator, he's your source. I wish ningepata God, ningejua God mapema, but as of now, we are growing. It gets better with time. That's for sure. Yeah.
Okay, Charlene.
Okay. For me, I think what I'd tell my younger self is wacha uoga achana nayo, and you're worrying about what other people think and trying to fit in so much that in the process of trying to do that, you lose yourself. So just jikubali venye uko na uoga pia, achana nayo.
Okay.
Yeah.
Abigail.
I think for me, I would say that it's okay to make mistakes, it's okay to fail, it's okay to try new things, but don't get lost in trying to like fit everywhere, and let God guide you. Yeah, with time, as we have said, it gets better.
Okay, thank you guys. For me, what would I tell my younger self? Knowing God is fun. I think I tried looking for fun in so many other things and they were not fulfilling. So I think I will tell myself, knowing God is fun and knowing God is not boring. It's not what you think. Wesim shamba. If you know God, sometimes we are told, kujua God ni ushamba, like you're not good enough because you know God. You should be young and YOLO, but knowing God is also fun. So what kind of challenges did you guys go through, maybe let's say from 18 onwards? What kind of challenge did you face while growing up, Nelias?
From 18, I really doubted myself. Let's say mostly ilikuwa mambo ya identity. I didn't know who I was. I was trying to figure out what I like, who I love, who I'm lasting. I'm lasting forever. Mostly it was just and trying to fit in, trying to understand being an adult. Kwa sababu ukifika 18 ndivyo unaambiwa umekuwa mtu mzima. From 18 to maybe 21, then unaambiwa utafute kazi, ujue kenye unataka, campus ulienda tu kusoma sababu uliitwa. Yeah, trying to find myself. It's still a process kwa sababu huwezi sema you find yourself. Yeah, mostly ilikuwa mambo ya identity issues.
Ukusota.
By the way.
I'm waiting. Mimi nilisota.
Nakumbuka kama sisi za siku moja. Wallahi. I remember kuna siku situko kwa hostel.
Yeah.
Mimi na roommate wangu hakuna mtu ako na do. Najaribu kupiga simu home, sikupoa home. Then tukaenda kujaribu kukopa.
Kwa duka.
Are you
saying you have trouble with self-esteem, bro? Self-esteem there. You're in Paslangan. You're like this. You're like this.
anyway alitupea sababu tulikuwa tunaenda kununua vitu hapo, but ni venye tuliona tumeshinda njaa the whole day, mmetoka class umebeat and then
That's what is funny.
imagine
Yeah.
na turungi tulienda kununua spaghetti alafu tukakuja karo
EG.
Mungu hawezi kubaki turudi hapo, hatuwezi rudi. Yeah.
So okay. So mtu mwenye anatuwatch and you're just broke and you're facing identity issues. It gets better.
Yeah.
It surely does. So Lois, when you were younger, I'm sure you wanted to be somewhere. Are you where you wanted to be at?
To be honest, I'm not where I really wanted to be. I think I have a really, I don't know, I think I have a long way to go to be where I want to be. But I know God will make it happen. Yeah.
Okay, are you in a position to share something that you're looking forward to or you wanted to achieve by this time, but it's still on your list of things to achieve?
Okay, the thing I wanted to have right at the moment is to have a stable job so that I can be able to make my family to be in a better position. But I know it's coming.
Yes, yes. Okay, Abigail. Okay, Abigail. So, okay, when you were younger, okay, what time did you get born again?
So I got born again in 2016 after high school. Went to campus, nikaenda midterm, then nikarudi to some few years ago, maybe 3 or 4 years ago. Yeah.
Can I ask a question?
Yes.
Was it like how, like you were born again? Was it an altar call, or did you just you woke up, you had a moment, and you're like, I have to like try this God thing? Yeah.
So after high school, I went to Bible school. So we got to like understand salvation in depth. So one day I asked myself, am I born again, as I claim to be? And once I got to find the answer is no, I just looked for my pastor. Nilimtime kulikuwa na prayers church. So nikatem kila mtu venye alienda, nikamwita kando, nikamwambia mimi nataka kuokoka. Na kanilid kwa hiyo prayer. Yes. Okay. So after nimeenda midterm.
Explain midterm.
Nirudi nyuma kidogo.
Backslide?
Will you backslide?
Nilislide kidogo.
Backslide ama landslide?
Landslide. Yeah. No, campus is good, but it can be challenging, especially when una struggle on identity.
Yeah.
When nisema tu una try to try everything, what works for you, what doesn't. So in the process of trying, mambo happen, and there's no need to lie to myself. So eventually nikasema, let me now like serve Christ wholeheartedly. Actually niliokoka, hakuna mtu anajua niliokoka, nilikuwa nimeenda mission. Watu wakisemesho, when tulikuwa tunapreachia wakisemesho nini, hiyo prayer nilikuwa tu hapa nikisema peke yangu. Yes, and it's been just awesome ever since.
Wow.
By the way, okay.
Yeah.
Why don't we all say our salvation journey? Ama venye we got born again.
Oh, yeah.
Now that
Now that you're here.
Yes.
Now that you're holding the mic.
Salim had to. Yangu ilikuwa after a breakup.
Oh.
Praise Jesus. That guy.
Wewe
Ajui kitu amefanya. The kingdom of God celebrates because of that.
Yeah. I was so broken because I had given a lot to the relationship. I thought so. So ilifika mahali I was like, okay, I just need you, God. I just need God to heal me. And the only way, yani unajua that whole healing, it's not like ati sababu, it wasn't just for him, hiyo heartbreak peke yake, but nilikuwa nataka a whole healing yenye hata tukipatana na yeye, okay, kuna na two triggers, but I'm not bitter towards him, I'm towards other things. Yes, so I found Jesus there, and he was like, come my child. Yes.
Now that come your child, tell us, how was it? It was you made that decision, and then from up onwards you started trying things towards it.
Yes, I started.
There's no kind of passy thing.
No. I believe unaweza okoka anywhere when you make that decision. When you make that decision, hakuna mtu mwenyewe. Alafu when you encounter with Jesus, hakuna kitu yenye unaweza ni yeye, unajua tu he's your savior. Yeah. So mimi sikwenda alcohol ama nini, but later on with the journey ndivyo sasa you get to, as you are moving, unaanza realize there are some things you have to do. You have to change your ways, you have to, it's a whole class. Yes. It's not just being about it's not being about being saved, yani. It's about getting saved, salvation, and then sasa hiyo journey ya salvation. It's a process. Yes.
Can I ask how long has it been?
Kwani unataka kujua nani?
Sorry.
2021.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think for me, I don't quite remember the exact year, but it was somewhere in between Form 2 and Form 3. Yeah. And it was during one of those, I don't know what they used to call them.
We can
challenge. Yeah. So we can challenge. And that was not the end. I feel like even after I gave my life to Christ that time, I was still backsliding and coming back and backsliding. So it has been a journey of, is it prodigal son or lost?
The father is not sad.
And one of the things that I grew up with my grandmother, and those people who've lived with their grandmothers here know, prayer is the order of the day. Going to church is non-negotiable. Heri ukae huko doing nothing lakini ya juu uko kanisa. So I had such a life, and now in my childhood, just being a child and stupid, I used to think sasa hizi vitu nafosiwa ndaza nini mimi hata hii kuomba. And sometimes you can go through a childhood where it's not a normal childhood like any other childhood. So you even wonder, so ni Mungu mgani huyu mnaniambia kumuhusu, by the way? Because if he was as good as you say he is, then why am I like this? So what happened and is still happening is that I continued encountering God in so many ways. Like when people say the grace of God chased me down, I feel like that was me. Like nilikuwa nakimbia lakini alikuwa ananikimbiza. Until I got to a point where I had to stand now and ask him, now, God, what do you want? Hata ni nini unaona kwangu? Mimi sipendi kuja kanisa. Sipendi kuomba. Kwani hata ni lazima, you know. And I just came to understand that it doesn't matter the kind of person you are, God is just good. And I think when I understood that, it changed my whole salvation journey. And I just decided, let me just live for this God. Because honestly, if he wanted to give up on me, he would have done that a long time ago. But kama bado haja give up, if he still chooses me despite the person I was and I am, I think I want to choose him too.
I grew up in church. My mom used to push us to go to church a lot. But, okay, I was even like a CEO official in high school. But on the side, I also wanted to know, hii maisha ni gani nasikianga. I used to party a lot. So this was in high school. I remember that was my first time even ever taking alcohol. Was in high school on my cousin's graduation. So when I went to campus, I was like, I'm free at last. I can do anything and anything and everything. I don't know. Maybe some of you feel that way. But then I reached a point in my life where I was so broken. Yeah, I had gone through one heartbreak. I was addicted to alcohol. I got saved. Yeah, so I was heartbroken. I was addicted to alcohol and marijuana.
Ching ching.
So I was like, I remember just being so broken, and I just wanted, I don't know what I wanted, but I wanted something. And then I remember like just going to church. I go to Word of Faith in Kiambu and going to church, and I remember God clearly talking to me and telling me, like, this is the last time. Nasi ile ya kukushtua, like, this is the last time I'm saving you or anything. Like an assurance that this is the last time anything like this will ever happen to me. So I had that, and I just had that wakiita when they were calling for an altar call, and I just went, and from there I got saved. This was maybe like 5 years ago. Yeah.
For me, I would say the reason I got saved is because of family challenges. I think by that time I got saved, I was so bitter with people, so bitter with some of my family members, some of my friends, because of the things that I was going through. Okay, I would say like most of us have said here, if you're raised by your grandma, hey, ni wale wazazi wanakuambia toka, mimi nataka kwenda church na nafunga nyumba yangu.
Ama nakuvunjia mlango, bro.
So either way, you have to go to church. You don't have an option. So there is this time I was so bitter. I think my family was kind of breaking, and I was like, maybe I'm so bitter because maybe niko na Mungu, niko hivi, ni kama si uko, I'm not like stable with God. So I was like, I need to know God, and I want to know God for myself. And from that time, I got saved, I think, in the year 2018. Was it July? Yeah. And it has been amazing. Kujua Mungu? It's amazing. Yeah.
I think I grew up like most of you. Church was our thing, Christian background, Christian parents. So, and that was my way of life. And I was very active in church, serving, nini. But I feel while I was doing that, I was not aware. I was not aware what I was doing. I was just doing it because I've been told to do it. So up until 2022, that's when I started hearing people talk about God, and I'm like, yo, kwani huyu ni Mungu mgani? Like wakiongea about it, wako so passionate, like you can see it in their faces, you can feel it. And for me it was, I want to encounter that God. So that's when I started listening to podcasts, reading, podcast, yes. Reading the Bible, I struggled, so I started with Christian literature. That helped me to, like, ukisoma ka verse hapo, you go, you're curious, you just study it. So that has pretty much been me, so since 2022. it has been good. Sometimes we tunaanguka, but we bounce back. Because I feel like this past few weeks they have nimepiga makofi, nimepiga chenga, but I feel like it depends on relationship yako na how you know God. How conversant are you with God? How conversant are you with the word? If I don't know if I can give an example. Jana nilikuwa salon, and those women, they were talking about religion and the Bible and stuff like that, and I had an opinion, but I thought giving my opinion would end the conversation, and I wanted to hear what these people like, their ideology. So I just nilikaa tu nikasikiza, and I'm like, people have a different understanding of the word, but no matter tupige kona ngapi, unaona venye mnapiga story, you just in circles, you'll always land at the same spot. Yeah.
Okay. So I hope we are all learning. We are not just young people, we are young women. And I don't know at what point did it hit you like, oh, I'm a young woman? Like, what point did you feel like, oh, this is womanhood? Nelias.
Juicy. Actually, when I got engaged. Ndio niliona guy, mimi ni mwanamke. I'm about to get married. True. Ndio niliona guy. Niko karibu kuolewa. Yaani ninaweza olewa.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I think recently tu ndio nimekuja. I know nimekuwa tu dem, lakini sasa ndivyo inakuja kini hit like I'm a young lady, I'm a young woman, like yeah. Inani hit.
It's happening.
It's happened. All these things zenye tunaonanga ziki happen, zitani happen here. Yeah.
Okay. V, same question.
Please come again.
So at what point did you feel like, oh, no, I'm a woman, I'm a young woman?
I think I was doing okay until I started dating. That is why it hit me like, you are a woman. I think, I don't know whether it's only me or it happens to every girl. You are just a person.
Yeah.
Until you start meeting men. That is where now you start to understand, especially, there's there's an awakening that love does to a woman that makes you feel like, sijui nimekuwa nikiishi wapi.
I recently asked someone I'm seeing, like, do you feel like niko na ubrother mingi?
Somebody has seen.
Tuanze hapo.
Okay. Can't scrap that.
No, we keep it.
Okay. A friend. I was asking a male friend, just a close male friend, and I was asking, do you feel like niko na ubrother mingi? And he was like, for starters, you're always complaining that your hair is too long and it stresses you up. Okay, this hair stresses me. Second thing, Konda nails, I think I'm the only one. I know it takes a lot of time. I know it's a form of self-care. But I always complain. Nitaenda, yes, but nita complain. Aki huko nita spend 2 hours aki. So he was like, when did them? Bruna complain. Yeah.
I think you've mentioned a very important point of self-care. That is another thing that made me tap into my womanhood. Because now you get to a point where you want to be in your femininity. That's a word. You want to just be feminine. Wache kushika brother. So I don't know exactly if that was inspired by yeah, it was most probably inspired by heartbreaks. Yeah. Sometimes you're so heartbroken and you get to a point where you just want to love yourself. You realize you've been giving too much and you've not even been filling your cup first. So once I got to that point, that is where I tapped into my feminine nature. That is where I started making my nails, going to the salon, having appointments, mambo za wasichana and all that. So for the people who broke my heart, by the asanteni, asanteni. I was
Another
doing so
one.
much.
Another one.
I was doing so much for you. Na siku hizi, I'm just out here loving on myself.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so okay, I think we'll wrap this up with 2 points from everyone. One, okay, what kind of a woman would you want to be in future? Maybe let's say 35-year-old, your 35-year-old self, what will you tell that woman now that we are coming to the realization that, oh, we are women? And then 2, what would you tell someone who is younger and older, because we all have wisdom within us that we can share with others? What would you tell the woman behind on our viewer? What would you tell that woman in regards to what you have experienced, the kind of you have I believe each and every one of us has wisdom that we can share. So we can start with Sha.
Gori. Yeah, I feel like to the huyo mzee huyo ako hapo mbele, we are coming in hot.
Yes.
Watch out.
We are coming in hot because I feel like I'm still young, and in this miaka zenye niko, I'm trying to just collect everything yenye itanifanya nikuwe a better person. Yeah. We are coming in hot. We're just gearing up for what's to come. To the younger person, self-esteem is so important. I don't know. I know self-esteem is influenced by, so many factors around that. But believe self-esteem is so important. I've realized that kujaribu to build self-esteem when you're older is hard. It's so hard. So when you're still young, believe in yourself. Like kapsa. With the anxiety, I don't know. Just jitume. Yeah.
So what would you tell like yourself at 35, if you look back on this video and you're like, what would you, and you're watching this when you're 35, what would you want to hear?
Tunakapitia, lakini tuna. Yeah, I feel like what I'd like to hear. That's a tricky one. I've never thought about it, but I hope. I don't know. I don't have an answer. I see someone gonna jibu straight, but I think I just want to feel encouraged, like be proud of this me. Atakama, I know at 35 I'd probably be, I don't know, wherever I'll be, hopefully it will be a better place. But I want to look back and just be proud that I'm taking certain steps. Yeah.
Okay. Nice. Okay, one, what would you tell either an older person or a younger person watching? And then what message would you give to your 35-year-old self?
Okay, I'll begin with a 35 older me and say, okay, trust in God, believe in yourself, never give up, Because where? You have to be strong. No matter what, you have to be strong. You got this. And I would say the mistakes you have made, the challenges you have encountered, does not define who you will be in future. You have a very bright future ahead of you. Yeah. The younger self, oh, younger Lois, oh my God. You have been through a lot, but God got you. I know.
So I would tell a 35-year-old me, you did good, Wanjiru. You did good. And please don't give up. And no matter what, focus on God and on Him alone. What I would tell somebody who's young and watching, please learn to love yourself. Love yourself, put yourself first. Inaweza kuwa like inakaa a bit selfish, but everything starts with you. Whatever you want to receive from people, it has to come from you. So put yourself first, know that you're worth it, you're beautiful, you're valued, and you're enough.
The oldest person watching.
The older person watching. The older person watching, I would tell them that I know maybe auko penye ungetaka kukua, but eventually you'll get there. It's just a matter of time. Yeah, learn to like let God build your character and to mold you to what He wants you to become, not what you want to be. It's just about God. So sometimes naonanga ni kama God anaweza kupitisha something, He's building your character. Yeah. So please be obedient and submit to Him.
I think to a younger person watching, I would just like to say life is what you make it. I know we normally have the conversation of is life like a destiny? Life yako imepangwa. When we were in school we used to say usisome imechorwa, graph imechorwa. You know.
Yeah.
But honestly, destiny tuachie Mungu. You have a part to play in your own life. So life is really what you make it. To an older person watching, I'd like to say, please don't be afraid of trying new things. One thing I have encountered is you get to a certain point. There's a job I was working at and our boss told us, if you get to 38 and you haven't made wealth yet, chances are you're never going to be wealthy. And hey, I don't know, maybe that's true, maybe not, but I just feel like it is so limiting. Because now when someone gets to that age and they are not rich, you're just telling them your life is useless. Yeah. But that's not the case. People really start again even at 60, even at 70. So please don't be afraid to try again and to try new things and to start over. Even if you have to like burn things down and start from nothing, just do it. To my 35-year-old self, if I ever watch this video at 35, I would just like to tell myself, girl, just look at you. Look at where you've come from. Look at where you've gotten. Look at you breaking generational curses and making it at your career, winning in your family. So I would just say I am proud of who you've become.
Oh, karibu nikuwe deep.
Oh yeah.
To the younger person, gets better with time, for real.
Yes.
Usikuwe na pressure. Ninakwambia venye ningejiambia. Yeah, usikuwe na pressure. But just hold on to God. He's everything, literally. He's everything. And then to an older person, you can start anytime, anywhere. God hananga timelines. Si alifanya Sarah apate mtoto akiwa hananga ajui menopause, ajui anything. Like in his timing is the best. Yes, you can start anytime. To my 35-year-old self, hebu nipate bibi. Yeah. We are headed there. Tunafika huko. You know, all the dreams, all the visions that we have, that plan that we are making, I know we are preparing, we'll get there. So, that part, your time.
Okay, so what would I tell someone younger? Don't make wrong friends. Friends shape who you are. The Bible says bad company brings good morals. It doesn't matter if you were born and raised in the church or conceived in the church, as our pastor says. If you make the wrong friends, it's just over for you, and you can't get back the years that you lose. That's something. When you're young, you think, I have all the time in the world, I can do anything. When you lose those years, they are lost. And okay, God can redeem time, but sometimes it will take so much effort. You feel like your destiny is derailing, but it was your fault, because God can turn back time, but no, he won't turn back time. Sorry, he's not a genie to grant you magic wishes. I'm sorry, but that's the way it is. I have learned that personally. So to the older person, okay, maybe you have kids and they are getting on your nerves and they are all over the place. I can just imagine maybe my parents when I was in my rebellious phase. Continue praying for your kids. Praying for your kids just sends them into the future with so much boldness. Sometimes it does not make sense that, oh, I'm prayerful, but my kids are like this. Don't get tired praying for your kids. Don't get tired waking up and telling your kids to go to church. One day you'll see the fruit of your labor. To my 35-year-old self, you deserve love. Sometimes you'll be loved by the right person, but because of trauma, I don't know if anyone else can relate, because of trauma, you're like, you don't deserve it, but you deserve love. 35, maybe I'll have kids, who knows. You deserve love from your kids, you deserve love from your husband. It's when you're loved even by the people maybe you work with or you're in a business with, it's not strange. Don't look at it like being defensive and all. So I think that's all I would say. Yeah, so thank you so much for joining us. It's been fun. It's been a blast to just pour our hearts out to you guys. Don't forget to comment, like, share, subscribe. So till next time. Bye.